So going on. Today the markets are up. They were down over 300 points. All the indexes were down. The Dow was down over 300 points. It's up now. Closed up over 370. And so they say in CNBC that the markets turned positive after CNBC's David Farber reported that a group of banks would deposit $30 billion in First Republic. How did CNBC know about it first? Is this an inside deal here? I said this going on for years. Why would you keep a lot of your money in the bank when they're giving you back nothing on it and making money on it? So, gold prices went down a bit today, but they're still up. This is the beginning of the death of the dollar. Because now, with this calamity going on, next week is going to be important how much the Fed raises interest rates. If they only raise them 25 basis points, the fake market's going to keep going up. And guess what? So too will gold. Listen to what they've said. They said they were going to begin to raise interest rates in 2023. First it was 2024. 2023 to 2022, the markets went berserk. I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking, a year and a half? And the equity markets are going down? And then they reversed it. And then he came out again and is saying, and that's why gold prices are going back up. Because people with a brain know where this thing is going. Gold goes up when inflation goes up. Again, this inflation is unprecedented in the terms of the way the prices have gone up. And now they're locking down again in other parts of the world. Oh, but anyway, so now the supply chains are going to be disrupted again? So what's going to happen? Or is the economy going to go down real bad because they're locking up again? And they're forcing, you saw it happen in France just yesterday, Monday, in Germany, one country after another. What about the other people? Tourism? Oh no, don't go to Spain, don't go to Portugal. Oh, how much does their GDP depend on it? Oh, only about 13% in Portugal, about 12% in Spain. Turkey, one after another. Don't go there, don't go there, don't go there. So this is unprecedented what's going on. So you ask how long could they do it? They're money junkies. They're addicts. They'll do anything they can to keep the game alive. This thing should have crashed, what, in 2012? But what did they do? $29 trillion, according to the Levy Institute at Bard College, the Federal Reserve pumped into the banksters. So this is just the beginning. And again, how about the plunge protection team? You think they came in? Also boosting the markets was the announcement by Credit Suisse overnight that it will borrow up to $54 billion from the Swiss National Bank. Hey, the banks could borrow anything. They're better than anybody. Hey, you got Jamie Dimon who makes $35 million a year. Hey, we bailed him out. You forgot? You forgot the Federal Reserve dumped in $29 trillion to bail out the banksters when the panic of 08 hit? Oh, no, that's not my number. That's from the Levy Institute at Bard College. They're bailing out all the bigs, all the riches, as everybody else goes down. You lose your job, you lose your house, you lose your car. Who could give a shit? Hey, but we got to bail out the banks. And the rich people that gambled on the banksters. You don't screw with the banksters. And that's who's running the game. And it's not a game anymore. They've destroyed the middle class. They've done away with the Robinson-Patman Act, the Sherman Antitrust Act, the Glass-Steagall Act, one act after another that prevented the bigs, the antitrust acts, from the bigs taking over everything. And all they're doing is making it worse for everybody else, particularly with the scam of negative and zero interest rate policy in a country near you. Oh, when I was a kid, you used to have a thing called savings accounts. Yeah, the people used to make extra money, put it in the bank and get interest on it, and then retire and go to Florida. Gone. The only way you can put your money in is, hey, come on to the gamble in the stock market.
investors. Stop using that word. They're gamblers.
They're going to lower these interest rates, we said, before the 2024 elections. That's going to be the death of the dollar, because the dollar is only strong because they keep raising interest rates. You got a $37 trillion debt and a crisis unraveling in front of us.
They didn't teach me about zero and negative interest rate policy in Economics 101 at graduate school. I mean, how long is they doing this? Again, the bigs are getting the money for free. They're gambling like crazy. So now when interest rates, go back to 2018, when you had Trump pushing Jerome Powell to lower interest rates. This is before the COVID war started, because the markets were going down as interest rates were going up. Remember that. So now they're lying about that we're not going to raise interest rates. Inflation isn't going up because when interest rates go up, the housing market goes down. Oh, the mortgage rates are now back down to February lows. And now people are refinancing and buying again. When the mortgage rates go up, when interest rates go up, the gambling game stops and this whole thing collapses. Everybody knows it.
Well, Canada just raised their interest rates, central bank, 25 basis points. I guess on the streets, they're only going to raise it 25 basis points. If they raise it 25 basis points, we're forecasting gold is going to skyrocket way above $2,000 an ounce. Because that means they're putting more cheap money in there. They want to keep it going. If they raise it 50 basis points, gold prices are going to go down, and so are the markets, and so is the global economy. If they raise them 50 basis points, gold's going to go down, but only for a short time, because it's going to be an economic disaster. They're money junkies. They need their monetary method down.
As I call them, the repulsive kins and the dumbo-craps in America. And what do you? There's no other voices. They're disgusted with the criminal groups running the show. And that's what we have, murderers and thieves. Not a war they don't love, and not a too big they don't love to bail out. Look where all this money went. It went to the bigs. All the numbers are there. We got peanuts. Here, go shut up. Go on. Stay home. Go on. So I'm proud to be an American. I was born to be free, and now I'm having these little jerks telling me what to do and how to do it as they're stealing my money in front of my eyes and giving it to the criminal groups that have been charged with felonies, convicted of them, and they don't go to jail. They get a slap on the wrist. Fine, that's not my America.